Yo, how's it going, everyone? Saintsfan here. Welcome back to another episode of the GTA 5 Q&A, and this is a series where you guys get to ask me questions, and I give you guys my answers. If you do want to ask me a question, all you have to do is go on the Twitter and use the hashtag AskSaints. Getting into the first question this week, we have Joshua. He says, what do you think should be added more into GTA Online? Example, more sports cars, supercars, weapons, air vehicles, etc. This is actually a really interesting question. If I could pick one thing that they could improve on and add more into, after thinking for a minute here, I think my choice would be to add more lowriders. Just kidding. Why would we ever want more lowriders? For real though, answering your question, I would like to say sports cars, like the Sultan RS, like that we have that amount of customization in Benny's or wherever else. Weapons, I don't feel we need any more weapons. Pegasus vehicles, I don't really think, besides some really crazy military vehicles, which I don't know if we'll ever see, I don't think they could add much there. Supercars, I feel like we have a lot of, plus they're really expensive. And I feel like if you did the sports car route of converting them into a supercar, it's less expensive. Maybe more like yacht stuff. That would be interesting if they could add more yachts themselves. Like maybe have different tiers. Like you have the $10 million ones that are now, but maybe you could add like a smaller yacht for people who don't have as much money or don't play as much, but still want to have a yacht out there. I think my choice would be the sports cars though. Yeah, they may not be as fast as supercars, but they're still super fun to drive. There's some really awesome ones that you can convert, or that you could potentially convert to some really cool looking cars in Benny's. So yeah, that's my choice. I guess sort of speaking of the yachts, Raphael says, do you think there will be more features added to the yachts because the discounts are tempting me to buy them, but the use of the yacht is limited? You bring up a good point here, and I can't deny that, even though I have a yacht, you don't really use it that often. Like, I guess if you spawn on it, like every session, it's cool because you have access to the helicopter. The boats aren't really that useful, but the helicopter is definitely useful. It'll get you access to places a lot quicker. It does look cool, and I guess if you're that type of person that likes to show off to your friends, it might be interesting or worth to buy. But yeah, I don't know, man. The discounts, they may be tempting, but at the moment, it's hard to tell people, yeah, go out and buy one. You know what I mean? Would I hope there would be more features added? Yeah, of course. Unfortunately, I don't know. For me at least, that's not on my top 10 wish list for GTA 5. It would be awesome, and I would absolutely love if there was more features added to the yacht, especially if you can go sort of below deck and have some little mini games down there, like a little bowling mini game you can put or something, or ping pong. I don't know. There's anything that you could do down there, but I would much rather them fix a lot of the other bigger issues or add some of the other stuff that people have been wanting for a while before they did that. For the people, this is actually an interesting question. For the people who either own a yacht or don't own a yacht, I want to know what you think about the yachts in the comment section. Do you think they're worth it? And if you did buy one for the 10 million or 6 million or 7 or 8 million, whatever it cost you to purchase it, do you think that was a good purchase? Like, if you had to do it again, would you do it or would you save that money? Next question from Mr. Green Thunder. Do you think Rockstar will implement the biker DLC that was proposed to them by the community? So not everything that was mentioned in that DLC proposal I don't think will be added, but I think a few things will. It happened with lowriders. Before lowriders, like a few months before lowriders came out, there was a massive DLC proposal for a West Coast Customs update, which is basically like the lowriders update we have now, where it opened up a new shop, gave us a bunch of new stuff, as well as hydraulics. That's just one of the examples of Rockstar taking stuff that the community have come up with and then implemented it into the game. I know recently it feels like they haven't really been doing that, but considering the amount of support that this biker DLC was given, in the community, I would like to believe that Rockstar, they're putting some sort of effort into giving us some sort of stuff that was mentioned in that DLC proposal. Didn't even realize this, but we have two questions from Raphael. He says, if you could choose to get an HD remake of any Rockstar game, which one would you choose? I would choose LA Noire. This is a pretty interesting question to think about because for me, there's two games, but one of them kind of recently, I say recently, came out 6 years ago, which doesn't feel like 6 years ago, but Red Dead Redemption, like that, I don't even know if you could really make an HD remake. I guess you could make it for the new consoles or PC. I would love that. But then another one is like Vice City for me. Now, you can hate me for not playing much of San Andreas back in the day. I was a Vice City kid, but like the nostalgia factor, man, for that game is just so high. I love the soundtrack. I love just driving around, and I don't know if making an HD remake and like allowing me to go back and replay it, I don't know if I would have the same feeling. Unfortunately, like it's probably just better in my mind, you know what I'm saying? But I think for me, it would be between those two games. Unfortunately for me, I did not play the Bully games, so I've heard like great things about them. Maybe that's on somebody's list. I played a little bit of LA Noire. I didn't really like it as much, but if I could choose any game, I don't know. I can't choose between either Vice City or Red Dead Redemption. And then the question of the day that I want you guys to answer in the comment section. I'm gonna explain a little bit about what's going on here, but I did get some questions. You know what? I just realized this. We have a 3 for freaking Raphael just coming up with all the questions here. Do you think that Rockstar's maintenance is actually a preparation for some sort of big upcoming DLC? And then another guy asked, in GTA Line going down Wednesday for 5 hours, what could that mean? First off, if you didn't know Rockstar support, they tweeted out that this Wednesday, GTA Online will be undergoing maintenance at 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for approximately 5 hours. And it's going to be on all platforms, not just PC or Xbox One or PS4. It's going to be on everything. And a lot of people were sort of wondering, you know, they haven't really done a maintenance period in a while. So what could this mean? Especially the fact that they're going to be doing this during an update week. I mean, relatively speaking, you know, there's the High Life update or the High Life week going on right now where there's double RP, double money, the yachts are on sale, and 5 hours, even though for most of the people who play the game, you know, it's not going to affect them because it's when they're sleeping, but for people in like Australia or Europe who play early in the morning, that will affect them. Regarding the first question, do I think it's preparation for an upcoming DLC? No, I could be wrong, but I don't think it is. I mean, they could be doing a number of things here. They're probably either doing some server fixing, making sure people stay in the servers, don't lag out, making sure lobbies are full. There's been a lot of reports that like heist matchmaking is awful recently, so maybe they're fixing that finally. They could also be doing a ban wave. I mean, as you guys have seen on some of my videos, on PC especially, there's some crazy stuff going on with the freaking giant robots. And more recently, there's been a huge amount of hackers or modders in the lobby spawning stuff in, spawning money and all that. They could be fixing that. I mean, maybe you guys in the comments think they're preparing for some sort of big DLC, but I doubt that's the reason for this. I mean, I guess you could say they're making sure everything is good to go before they release, you know, a big DLC. Like maybe they do have plans for one in May or in June, and they just want to make sure everything runs right, sort of like flush the system before they get new people coming in potentially. I mean, that is an idea to think about. I don't know if they're going to give us any like patch notes or anything, or any sort of idea what they're doing this when it actually happens. If they do, I'll definitely make a video and let you guys know. But what do you guys think this is for in the comment section? I'm interested to hear. That is it with this episode of the Q&A. Thank you guys for submitting questions. See you guys in the next one. Drop a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe for these every single week. I am going to be doing an episode of Touch Up Tuesday tomorrow because I've seen some people questioning or wondering where that's been. So hopefully you check that out. But see you guys in the next one. And as always, it's your boy Saintsfan. I'm out. Peace.